Time, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons is a single co-op action adventure by Starbreeze Studios and published by 505 Games. And it's a bit of a weird speedrun. As I was saying in the interview, it's not like a lot of moment-to-moment tech. Also, you may have already noticed, there are no skipping cutscenes in this game.
Nice.
And it's like half the run. So
Nice.
all you Final Fantasy fans, strap in, and everyone else, get your Resident Sleepers ready. So I guess what's first worth talking about is as far as how you control the game. So controller-wise, the left hand is the older brother, Naya. I'll call him Old Bro for ease's sake. So left stick is movement, left trigger is to interact with things in the world. And then young bro, this guy here, who's currently watching his mother drown in a memory, is right stick and right trigger.
Spoiler alert.
Bible thump.
Yeah, there's the opening.
You're going to want some of
This sets the stage for the game, by the way, so yeah.
Hype.
And by the way, we have the illustrious Bubbles Del Fuego on hosting right now.
Woo!
Oh, I'm illustrious.
And
Thank
you know this game, man.
I know this game.
Why isn't he on the couch?
Got
Just
the-
swap out PJ, you know? It's
Yeah,
fine.
no,
I
I'm
would
out.
never swap
Peace.
out PJ.
those. See you later, man.
So I think the estimate for this is 120. It's probably going to clock in something like 114-ish. That's pretty good. The record currently is 112.05, and there were some mistakes in that. So like, if this goes well, I could break a record. But
Easy
it's
world record.
yeah,
Yeah, no.
probably not going
no
to
problem.
happen.
Wow, this guy already knows before the run starts what time he's going to finish it. And that's actually
It's not
impressive.
going to
That's
finish.
suspicious.
It's all right.
That's what that is.
It will finish. The
Fixed.
problem, the big problem with like the splits in this game is that there isn't much room for like small improvements. Like those Mirror's Edge runs earlier, right? Like, they're all kind of it's like small improvements everywhere, and so the record, like the leaderboards, are like so tight. Whereas the leaderboards are like minutes apart because the glitches are so volatile, and if you miss one, you lose like 4 minutes. So this estimate effectively accommodates for missing like 2 of the glitches. So hopefully it's 2 or less.
Let's go for 0.
Let's go for 0.
I like that.
There's actually one glitch I'm going to try later in the game that I've never gotten in a run, but I found it recently, and I'll get to that in like 20 minutes or so.
I believe in you.
So right away, we're learning how to play the game, both triggers. We got to navigate this, our sick dad here. He's terminal, unfortunately. And we got to navigate down to the doctor's place, at the priest's place. So I spent like 10 hours-ish in this area trying to find a way to not do that, and we did pretty well. So like I was saying in the interview, it's a lot of themes in this game, like love and loss and family and so forth, but like cooperation's a big one. And so we got to work together here to glitch our dad out of bounds. And so what we got to do is this bridge crossing, there's like a spline, it's like a rail this dad will follow to enter the middle of this bridge crossing exactly. So no matter where we enter it, he'll end up like in that spot, right? And so on this grassy little patch here is a checkpoint. You'll see it save in the top right corner of the screen. I'm gonna quit to the main menu and then start again. Just continue. And by doing so, the game kind of forgets that we already went on this bridge crossing. So when I go off of it, you'll see, watch the wheel very closely. You'll see it kind of fall onto the grass once you get a little more onto it. At that point, I'm going to back onto it. And then at this point, it thinks that we're like both going off and on the... There we go. We got it. Okay. That was like not quite free, but it's pretty tough.
This seems fine.
Yeah, when we found it originally, it was like the folks on my stream who were watching it, they were all trying it too, and like some people get it every time and some couldn't get it at all. And it took us like 2 or 3 more hours to find out that the main menu, like reload, was the kicker, you know? So anyways, as far as from a design standpoint, this game's pretty good about making it possible to do 2 things at once. So for example, right now, young bros on the right and old bros on the left, as my right and hand are kind of in the same orientation. And that makes it a bit easier to do things. Whereas if I put this in reverse, which will happen soon, it's way harder on your brain to deal with that kind of thing. So it'll happen right about here. It'll start turning around, and now I got to try and do things in reverse, which happens a few times in the run, and it's pretty rough. So hopefully it goes okay. Okay, this is fine so far. I got to drop down a bit here. There's a kind of a rocky corner up ahead. You can see it. We're going to go through this house. Don't worry about it. And we're going to touch this corner. If you're familiar with like the collision in Mario 64, for example, if you touch ceilings, you have pop through them. So we're going to try and do that here and jump into the air. There we go.
All right.
Okay, as one does. I think how that works is like by touching how the collision works in the game is I think it like pushes up if you're in a thing, if you're like in geometry. So by being underneath it, it pushes up to the top of it. And then here's a bit of a setup. It's a bit tough, so we'll try and get this thing first try. It's a bit of a narrow drop to fall in here. Nice. Okay, I was worried about that. Cool. That's super hard, actually.
See ya, Dad.
I'm going to take
he's fine.
Old Bro's
He's
up top there because I need to touch that checkpoint and load the next map. If I don't touch that, then I will not buffer the next chapter to load correctly. So it'll take, I'll get to the end, and the script will say, okay, next map, go for it, commit that map change. And then it's like, I don't have a map change here. And then it goes, no map change, and it goes, yeah, okay, what's next then? And the next thing is to find the player's start position. But since we never left the chapter, we just go back to the beginning of the chapter again. And we're in this kind of like soft-locked state where the game thinks we've been here and thinks we haven't been here yet. So it's we gotta be pretty careful. Also, we didn't get a map, so he showed him nothing right there. And that was the prologue. That's it. And it kind of sets the stage for the whole game. It's a bit of a kind of story here and there, and just like totally messing with what you're supposed to do.
Dude, you left your dad, though.
Yeah, no, it's a story about relationships.
See a pops,
remember?
leave him floating in the sky. It's all right. He'll be all right. So this chapter is, there's a whole lot of glitches in this chapter, but nothing is beneficial. It's like that tree there, I can climb that basketball I can grab, and like it's supposed to be kind of tethered to this area and be stuck inside the gate, but we can get it out, but it doesn't do anything. This tree we can climb right there. There's some rocks over there we can climb. It's brutal. There's like nothing that is helpful, unfortunately. So any of you out there who are looking for a game that is not very popular as far as like speedrunning is concerned, and it's kind of fresh for finding new glitches, then this might be it. So be that hero, please find how we can skip this freaking chapter. So there's a little mechanic ahead where we're supposed to avoid this mean dog, and we do it by kind of distracting back and forth. So like I'll whistle and then he'll whistle and I'll whistle. Sorry, I am both of them. I'll whistle and then I will whistle. But we're gonna try and skip all this. You can see all these hay bales. We're supposed to go like one at a time. We're not going to do that. So I'm going to whistle once here, and as soon as this dog drops down, I can basically start running. And so it needs to play that full like bark 3 times sequence. This is usually tight, so I'm going to hope this goes well. He'll be hot on my heels. That went pretty well, actually. Good. Oh my God! Get back up there. All right. Basically, all the things I'm doing like can go really badly, so I'm worried all the time. These vines, we can get behind these vines. Doesn't go anywhere. So I should explain splines right now, probably. So one spline was that thing going on onto the bridge crossing with the sick dad in the wagon, right? But splines also control things like climbing up there. This gap ahead, there's no jump button in the game. So I just approach this gap and I'll jump over it. And there's a spline on either side of this narrow gap that dictates kind of what animation to play and where to jump to, all these things. And we need to know that for some glitches later in the game, so we'll get back to that soon. So this is kind of basic puzzling in the first chapter, just like boost them up and then get up 2. So that's kind of the basic gameplay. It's like get both brothers to the destination. Sorry, one sec, I gotta concentrate here. All right, so we both got up there. The goal being like get both brothers to the end of each chapter, right? So very basically, boost one up and then find a way to get the other dude up there too. So easy enough. In this case, I can get Old Bro across very easily. Oh, sick RNG with these sheep. Nice. We walk super slow, so it's good to have a closer sheep. We're going to do that. It's not faster, but it's funny. I'm going to try a little strat here. I'm going to run this way instead. It's a bit of a gamble. But I can like help the sheep get started. Turn around, sheep. No, sheep, please. It's fine. It's a long wait to kind of wait for me to get it down there. If it works, I can just run right away. I can get these sheep out of here and bring them with me, but it doesn't help.
It always helps to have sheep.
I'm going to try to recover here. Oh, I didn't get it. It's all right. I can skip the recovery animation there. It's a small time save. And up ahead is a very auto-scrolly part of the game, so donations, Bubbles?
Oh, hot dog. Okay. Oh, heck. We've got $1,000.
Yo.
Ooh.
Okay.
From Matthew Thorson.
Matt Thorson, what's up? He made Towerfall. Yeah, good guy.
Spent $1,000 to say, go, Kevin, go.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks a lot.
Got an applause for that one, too. We've got one from someone that knows that you're making a game. So this is going to be a really weird language from the game.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. It's tooth and tail, probably.
$50 from Beast Team Maker.
Yes,
and
Maker.
I'm sorry if I say this really weird. Fio Kaivingal Kevin.
Can you go slower?
Fio Kaivingal Kevin.
Oh, Fio Kivingal. Yeah, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Cool.
The Pocket Watch community is here to watch and cheer you, and the rest of Power Up Audio on. Oh, God, there's more.
Yeah, we're doing tooth and tail right now, and I like made a language that sounds like Russian but works like English.
Dwatai da his.
There's more.
Money goes to Kevin's choice.
That means got to go fast.
You would translate that word.
Yeah, you can keep going, man. If you
All
have
right.
more.
All right.
There's like many minutes of this remaining, unfortunately.
Oh, I know. $20 from Demon Hunter.
Yeah, okay.
Yo, Kevin. Demon Hunter here. Glad to see this is finally at a GDQ event. Sadly, I can't stay awake for the entire run, so all I can say is don't kill the brothers too much.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
What's this guy doing?
He's helping us out.
Well,
1 second, Bubbles. So now's a good time to talk about the kinds of walls in the. This is like it's a great time to like talk. So nothing else is happening. So there's walls like this where I'll keep running, and there's walls like this where I'll lock up against it.
Hey, nice.
Okay, nice. Sorry, like that. Okay. So ones like this, I can like spin into, and I'll nudge away from the edge. We call those spin strats. Furthermore, I can like if there's an interactable object of some kind behind me, I can spam use while facing away from the wall, and I will get on. I will again kind of slowly nudge away as well. So we'll use that in chapter. Well, I used it a few times, but mostly chapter 4 and 5. It's all you, Bubbles. Go ahead. Thanks.
Yeah, sure. $50 from Bannon saying, I was originally going to be snappy and say something like, anyone dumb enough to put PJ on the couch can be a friend of mine any day. And then I realized it was Kevin, whom I met a year ago at SGDQ. So, yeah, keep up the great work, man.
I got a lot of respect for PJ's ability to break things like involuntarily, so that's why he's here.
Thanks. Thanks, Bannon.
$10 from that Kramer guy saying, you got this, Kev.
Thanks, Kramer.
$50 from Strawberry Speedruns saying, hi, Kevin. Those of us from the Tooth and Nail community are quite excited to see you at SGDQ. Best of luck with your run, and apologize in advance to the announcer for all the...
Oh, is this going to be a thing? Oh, my God. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. VSL language donations incoming?
Oh, no.
How
Okay.
am I supposed to say that?
Vishal. Do you want me to like give you a tutorial on how to speak Vishal right now?
Maybe later. Can't promise I'll care.
Yeah, no kidding. It's like in the game, like as far as like the team making the game's concerned, we call it like content for no one because like it's for certainly less than 0.1% of the player base will care about this language, right? But it's still fun to kind of put some special stuff in there. There we go.
I'll buy your game and care. Got $50 from Star Cruiser saying, gotta donate again when there's so many reasons to. Cheers to a beautiful game, a beautiful, bubbly, and most importantly, a beautiful beard.
it is beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you.
I can confirm. Have seen up close.
So here's actually a bit of a skip. It's one small time save we can have. If we get too far behind, the ogre will stop and kind of go like, come on. It's a long, slow animation. So I'm going to throw Naive first, the young bro, and grab onto the wall without touching the ground. And then I'm going to climb as fast as I can and just go. And there's a lot of kind of two things at once here happening, so it's a bit tough. But the goal here is to get to a point up top before he does. And if we do it, then he won't stop. So let's try. It's looking good so far. He's getting up there. You can see him top right. We can get like a suboptimal kind of... Okay, we got it. It's super tight. This saves 2 seconds. So.
I like 2 seconds.
Like an hour and 12 run is kind of trivial, but yeah, got to go for it. So down below, we're going to drop into this cave, and if we had played the prologue correctly, we would have learned that Nai, the young bro, is afraid of water due to the whole, traumatic experience watching his mother drown. So we cross water by grabbing onto our old bro and letting him do the swimming for us. And it can be a little bit of a headache here getting into the water, so hopefully it treats us okay. So down here, we actually can. Nice, it wasn't too bad. So this left edge up ahead, next to this slope, we can clip into that from the water, but the ending's right there, and the setup takes too much time, so it's not worth your time. The whole chapter is just full of broken dreams. There's tons of broken stuff, but nothing useful. And that was chapter 1. The horrible part is over. Congrats, chat.
Yay.
And chapter 2 is where it gets pretty serious. Chapter 2 features the pipe glitch found by probably the first runner of this game, a French runner by the name of Green Ranger. And it remains the biggest skip in the game, actually. This so happens the first one found. And he found it, probably a few years ago. And it saved about 8.5 minutes, maybe 8:45. It was a huge time save. And then I came along and I went to work in this game, and I found a lot of stuff in this game right now. So that current glitch, it's the same kind of deal with the pipe, but we did it a bit earlier and with a different method, so it saves 45 seconds more yet. I'm going to drop early here. It doesn't help that much, but we'll do it. And that can happen too, so we save 0 time. Cool. So that's pretty much all we're going to do in this chapter that we're supposed to do. We're going to now fly directly to the end of the chapter and just call it a day. It's more of these splines here, as I was saying earlier, these little narrow jumps. So what we're supposed to do here, if you look at the top left, there's a kind of a water wheel there. We're supposed to stop that and cross it like a bridge, like a balance beam, by jamming a pipe into these gears, and we just don't do that. So Green Ranger's strat was to drag the pipe down these stairs, and then the collision with the pipe and the top angle of the stairs would get kind of angry at you, and bad things would happen. So I'm going to turn the camera around while you have time. Okay, there we go. It's a bit easier. The camera tries to correct such that young bro's on the right as best it can, but sometimes if you're going too fast, it does a pretty poor job or a slow job. This is pretty much free, so this shouldn't go wrong. I shouldn't have said that, but
Yeah, famous last words.
there you go. Grab it here. Basically, when you grab things near walls, the game tries to push you away, but by pushing it away, we're now in a wall on the other side. So now we get in this edge here and pop up. That was pretty good. Nice. So that was it. We're now in the air. I'm going to change fingers in the triggers. And now it's a bit, thanks. It's a bit of a trick to steer like this. The camera is really confused as we're like really, really not where we should be right now. So I just hold forwards and then steer with the camera. And this is it. This is the game. So, Bubbles, go ahead, man. We have like 2 minutes of walking here, so.
Oh, it's my favorite.
Oh, man.
Walking and out of bounds. I've never seen
So hopefully
that
it
before.
works. If it fails, then we have to do it again.
Oh.
So yeah, and it can't fail. So go for it.
$50 from Raspberry Space Jam saying, shout out to a fellow audio game dev.
Yo. Yeah, you guys heard I'm a game dev, an audio one.
Hey,
Did you hear that?
I have heard that once or twice.
$5 from Anonymous saying, I'll donate again if Kevin strokes his beard.
I'm busy. I'm so busy right now.
It's okay, I made that donation up anyway. $50 from Dwayne saying, I played this game with my brother. We thought it was multiplayer until we found out it wasn't.
Yo, yeah.
So we played, yeah, if you have a real brother, I'm sorry. So we played with 2 of us on 1 controller, and it made multiplayer anyway. Love to see it at Games Done Quick. Good luck on the run. Donation goes to Runner's Choice.
Oh, cool. To Necrodancer bonus diamonds, please.
Ooh.
Boy, playing this game 2P1C with like an actual brother,
that's
that
rough.
must be pretty emotionally
Yeah.
devastating.
So like I can drop right about now, but it's really scary because the pipe can bounce out of bounds. And if the pipe voids out, the game thinks the puzzle we're currently trying to solve is no longer solvable. So it just kills the brothers. And it's like, well, oh well. In this case, I'm going to fly over here instead to the ending platform. It's a bit easier than kind of walking around the outside the arena and dropping down that way. This is not free at all. It might go terribly wrong, so fingers freaking crossed. Let's hope for the best. It's out of our hands. He's fine, don't worry.
Yeah, he looks fine.
If he's walking forwards, we should be okay. Oh man, this is not looking. Oh no, please. Oh, okay, we're good. So he can like walk off the screen here and fall into the void. So, yeah, thanks a lot. Okay, starting right away, the next chapter is that crazy glitch I was talking about. It's a doozy. I'm going to start explaining it right now. So the next chapter features a spooky woods with some wolves that want to take us down. And the whole mechanic is we have a torch with Old Bro, and we scare off wolves by staying in the light radius with Young Bro. By the way, beard stroke. So that said, there's a few things you need to know. So when you restart from checkpoint in this game, it's kind of like a stage show where the curtains go down and set pieces move around behind the curtains and like actors move. But it's the same show. It's the same stage, right? So when it comes up, new scene. So also, there's a big bug in the game that actually probably should have been caught by the QA team, but was not. And we need this bug. What it is there's two kinds of wolves. There's ones that are there waiting for you in the woods, you need to scare off, and ones that can spawn from the woods from various points around the perimeter of the forest that spawn if Nai enters darkness. So our goal here is to stand in a certain position, spawn a certain wolf, and then pause and restart from checkpoint 17 frames later. And it needs to be 17. And if it works, what happens is we get teleported back to the start position, and when we get there, a wolf is still coming, and there's a wolf there now, so we die instantly. And so the dying interrupts the script. It says, like, set player rotation, set state to standing, all these things. And because the ragdoll physics look at your current vector, we just move from, like, way over here to way over here in, like, 0 time. So the game interprets that change in position as velocity. So when you die, your ragdoll goes freaking flying across the world. And then when it finally gets around to fading in and setting your state to standing, you're like floating in the sky, half dead, half alive, with no collision component. And you just tap a button to re-enable gravity, and you fall into a river and trigger a cutscene. It's not going to happen. We're going to go for it. This was like 10 months of effort to find, by the way. It saves 2.5 minutes. We don't have to scare that guy, but it's a bit scary if you don't, so I went for it. Cool. So we're going to scare 3 wolves. And game audio up, please, Joey, if you haven't already. Thanks, man. Oh yeah, by the way, I have to react to a sound cue because there's no visuals. The wolves are, what the heck? Come on, man. The wolves are in the woods, so I can't see them. And I need to react to a sound cue, and it can play one of 2 sounds at random. So it's like, it's a brutal skip, man. Okay, we'll scare him, and then we're gonna hit a checkpoint. We'll see it save in the top right corner. We're gonna turn around right away and go for it. Okay, here we go. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it might be late. Oh, it's one frame early. Oh my god. Okay, one more time. I'm gonna try 3 times. See if I can get it. That was frame 16. Oh man, that was so close. Oh, that's something good. Maybe. Oh, okay, that can happen too. So, all right. Last one. Okay, here we go. Here we go. If it doesn't work, there's a lot of fun stuff we'd otherwise skip over, so it's totally fine. I have no commentary planned for getting this trick. Okay, that was way too early. Time to pause buffer and hope for the best. Oh, that was way too late. Damn. Okay, well, rip. Our corpse is over there now. Oh well, carrying on. So what would have happened there, and what will happen ahead, is that this torch should get discarded in the cemetery here, but if both brothers aren't in the same place at the same time, the torch does not get thrown away. So I'm going to go ahead here. I'm going to briefly interact with this bench to dislodge me from walking slowly. And now I can run away. As long as both brothers aren't at the entrance there, we keep the torch, and that's super important. So for some reason, the game interprets the presence of the torch as evidence you're still in the woods. So if watch Young Bro here, I can like be scared in the woods still by holding the trigger. And I can do it any time, like during cutscenes and like during animations, and it's not supposed to be possible right now. So the devs didn't account for it. So for example, if this gravekeeper, we need to open the gate for us, and he'll knock back Naya. Let's see if when he walks, he'll knock Naya back. But I can just like be scared, and there's no collision. So I'm gonna do that over here. It's like a really cheeky, short kind of glitch, where I just don't need to wait for him to get out of the way, and I'll just sneak out early. Yay! All right, 2 seconds saved. Nailed it. So coming up here, we're going to drop into a river, some like wild rapids, and it's the whole thing with him drowning and doesn't have to swim, so we got to grab our brother. The problem is being scared like trumps grabbing our brother. So conveniently, it also resets our drowning timer. So I can just do this once in a while.
I don't think that's how torches work, last I checked.
And he'll drown after 8 gasps. So I just listen to his gasping and just do every once in a while. And then we're fine. And coming up is a really scary glitch that saves 18 seconds but loses like 3 minutes if I miss it, so we're going to go for it.
Of course.
I can also dislodge from recovering from water like this. Okay, here we go. Yeah, what's up? Okay, got it. So this beam isn't solid. It's one of those splines we talked about. So the spline is like a rail that we just walk on, and we're in a balanced beam state, so the game doesn't worry about your gravity for the time that you're on it. We're getting too far away, so you got angry. So there's like a sliver of that water volume you can touch, and in that case, you can start swimming towards it again. If I'm too close, when falling, I'll get stuck in the geometry, and it's a bad soft lock. And if I'm too far, I'll miss it entirely and just void out in the bottom of the map. So that was really scary. But we nailed it. This section involves kind of climbing up and down this route that's hanging as we avoid these tree monsters. But again, the torch is here, thankfully. And shimmying across, kind of slowly bouncing with our brother is pretty slow. So instead, we're going to just let go of the root at a certain time. And again, if you recall, the NPC did not collide with us, right? That's because there's no collision component while spooked. And gravity is gravity's looking for that collision component. So if I just let go of this root, usually I die, yes, but instead, I just float there scared. And I run to the end of this little section. It's kind of tricky to navigate through this beam, but otherwise pretty good. Also, I'm in that monster now, but he can't attack me because I'm not solid. And cutscene. So now we fall into the water, and we're drowning. We're supposed to swim down and grab him and pull him back up. Again, water is super spooky, so we just do this. And if I touch him while holding that trigger, it'll soft lock, but I just let go at a certain time. I should have got it. Yeah, I got it. Cool. So that saves about 4 seconds or so. It's a small save, but it's super helpful. Also, it's like super displaced, but whatever.
Can you stop abandoning people? It's really not good.
It's a game about relationships.
Yeah, that's what it is. Now it's mostly the natural route, so go for it, Bubbles.
All right. Good job with all that.
Thanks,
Not
man.
losing 3 minutes. $50 from Jacob Kwiatkowski saying,
Oh, what's up?
Hi, Kevin. Thanks for representing the Vancouver game dev scene on the world stage at SGDQ. Keep the audio powered up, and here's to a great run.
Thanks, Jacob.
Devs for MSF. Donations go to Kevin's Choice. $50 from SheepJ saying, never heard of this game, never heard of the runner, but both seem amazing so far. Let's
Aw.
keep going. Donation goes to Announcer's Choice. I think I have that as Emily as the character for Dishonored 2. And yeah, go check out the runner, his channel. Definitely worth
Nah,
it.
don't do it, man.
Do it.
I never run. I never stream.
He streams every day
You're in for a world of hurt.
from noon to 10 p.m. League
Joe,
of
will you just set
Legends.
this game sound down to it, please.
And $30, Christopher
Thanks.
Tamik, saying, go, Kevin, go. First time donating. Glad it could be on your run. Donation goes to Runner's Choice. You guys are very nice with your donations.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
$150 from Gordon McGlattery saying, Kevin, I lovin's you.
It's Luvins, actually, but sure.
Leuven. It's all these people donating with weird words.
Yeah, sorry.
$100 from BTW saying, oh man, I cried when I played this game. Here's to getting through the fields as fast as possible. Oh, this is brutal.
We still have a torch, too, like in the dream, you know.
And $25 from Admiral Fartmore saying,
Strong
Happy
handle.
Brothers Day. Stoked to see OTDQ from Power Up Audio run this year. Shout out to Don Laundry, Raw Paws, and the rest of the team. Keep SGDQ sounding great.
Yeah, shout to Don Laundry on the board right now. Thanks, Joey.
I refuse to call you that. I just want you to know.
Don Laundry is such a good handle.
That's a good
Yeah,
name.
it's pretty great.
Oh my gosh.
Your
So-
opinion is bad, Vulajan.
Chapter 4 begins with, it's not really a glitch, but the game intends for us to kind of climb up in this I don't know what you call it, like an arm of a windmill or a fan blade, and then jump to another windmill's fan blade and be lowered to safety to span this gap. But it's possible to just jump across the gap and not grab on. It's really precise, and if we jump too soon, we won't make the jump. If we jump too late, we'll die on impact. So it's really, really precise, but I should be able to hit it. It's a pretty good visual cue. If I watch until my hand is overlapping with the mountain behind, then it usually is just fine. So we'll try and do that. Right there. All right, cool. Got it.
Nice.
Jeez.
That saves about 8 seconds. I can let go right now, and we're good to go. Cool. And coming up is Vulajan. You know it. The
Oh,
escape
yeah.
goat glitch.
This is the best glitch in this run.
Shouts to Randy and Ian and others. So this glitch, as you might imagine, involves some goats. And going back to splines again, so there's a gap ahead we can't jump across by ourselves, and we need to employ the assistance of these goats down below. So much like ourselves, when we approach narrow gaps, it triggers a jump across. It will when we're on goats as well. But the thing is, if we touch the last one, there's kind of a few jumps in series, and the last one triggers a cutscene, and we go into the rest of the chapter, right? But so our goal is to not touch that. We don't want to trigger that cutscene ever. And so it's possible to fall down with the brothers in between each gap, like each of the gaps, and just conveniently, the one at the highest altitude, the one we need, that is the highest up, this is solid for some reason. So it's super helpful. And by doing so, we can drop down, and then the goats kind of follow us off Looney Tunes style. They like walk off the edge and then fall. And then we can mount them. As long as we just play operation and don't touch the edges of the cliff, we're fine, and we can escape and fly to that tower. So let's do it. Got time for like one quick one, Bubbles?
One quick one
Maybe
coming
two.
right up. $50 from Anonymous saying, Kyle and Corey love Kevin. Good luck from Dogface No Space.
Yeah, dogface, no space in the chat, please. Not so anonymous.
151 from Rough Dog saying, keep up the good work, guys, but remember, brothers don't let brothers date spiders. Donation to Reader's Choice. One more quick one here. $30 from Christopher to me. Oh, wait. Yeah. Again, saying, okay, I'll give you the $10 from Rebecca instead. Hi, Kevin. Zach here. All of the footbag community supports you and misses you.
Okay, wow.
Good luck on your run.
This is really scary, so just serious time, please. I can fall and die here just like inexplicably, so hopefully I don't do that. Survived. Okay, cool. That's step one. Let's go on to step two. I'm going to try and get off this faster than that, so let's do it. Oh, it was close to failing. Okay, we're good. It's fine. Oh, wow, it's scary. Okay, I think I'm still good. Yeah, step one. And then number two. We need both out there, right? So every glitch has to work twice. Yeah, what's up? Okay,
Wow.
great. I expected to fail that once, so I'm thrilled that didn't fail at all. Oh, I'm going to nominate this for like the most majestic skip of all time. We're flying across the sky on goats with the music still playing. We didn't hit the cutscene. And this tower is fully textured because we can see it from this angle from farther away. So it looks great. It's not like running across a void in Dark Souls 2 or something, right? I'm taking this kind of wide. There's a bit of an invisible wall here. Also, these windows are open, but we can't fly into them. There's a wall there as well, unfortunately. And once we're inside, I gotta go to the front door here, unfortunately. But once we're inside, I'm gonna try and turn the camera and do a quick kind of optimization towards the end of this run. I should have to like go over these books. We're in a giant's home now. I have to go over these books and climb through a cage. I'm gonna try not to and just go on the ledge directly. Oh, come, yeah, what's up? I've gotten that once in a run ever. That's so hard. Okay, So I gotta let this Griffin out. Yeah, thank you. It doesn't look very nice, but it's crazy hard. It saves like 6 seconds. It's not a big one, but whatever. I can't stand there and wait for this pulley. I gotta walk there now because goat usage trumps brother usage. So I'll just like get in a goat instead. And you might ask me, hey Kevin, why don't you just like fly to the end of the chapter like you did with the other chapters? We can do that. We can go right to the chapter 5 load trigger, but the load map, like the kind of buffer point where it picks a map to load, happens during this cutscene, sadly. So that's just for fun. There you go.
Goat, no.
Yeah, he's just busy right now with that goat, unfortunately. So yeah, it loads during this cutscene, so we have to watch it. There might be a way around it, but I haven't found it. He's just gone. It's all right.
He's had enough.
We are yet again leaving him behind.
I like how the other goat's just watching the goat,
Yeah.
just trying to run.
Yeah, time bubbles, go for it.
Sounds good. We've got one from a friend of ours. $10 from Sex Rex.
Yo, hey, it's nice sex.
He's right in the crowd saying,
Yeah.
Hey Kevin, glad to see you running a game here, even if it isn't racing Celeste with me. Best of luck with the rest of the run.
I'm looking forward to racing Celeste with you, man.
$150 from Jay Fortier saying, Hey Kevin, awesome to finally see you running this at a GDQ. Always loads of fun to watch you glitch hunting. Good luck on the run. Hey Kevin, hey Kevin, hey Kevin, hey Kevin. That was in his message.
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't do that to you. $100 from Darren Lee saying, Hey Kevin, I met you at GDC 2016 where you hyped this run up for me.
Oh yeah, I recall that. Okay, sure.
I knew I had to donate as soon as Dad achieved liftoff. Money goes to Kevin's choice.
Yeah, still not a correct answer. Cool. Thank you.
$150 from Orbital Bear saying, Great to see my favorite GDQ runner PJ on the couch. Thought I'd like to give a shout out to All Photos, Percent, and Earthbound. This donation goes to his choice.
Okay, real
Thank
quick,
you.
I am going to try to get out of our mournful, grieving, slow walking state. They got to get over it. So I'm going to try and spam use a bit, and hopefully it'll work. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, we got it. Okay. This saves like 4 seconds also. Tiny little saves here and there.
This game's so optimized.
Yeah, it's very optimized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the competition drives it down.
All right. Yeah, you can go one more, Bubbles. Go for it.
All right, we got $50 from Andrew Roper saying, Who'd have thought I'd see my Super Hexagon rival up at SGDQ, eh? I remember seeing all your progress breaking this Brothers run, so great to see you doing this live. Sir Norman would be proud.
Yo, yes, he would. Thank you. Thanks, Andrew. Norman is my co-founder's dog, by the way. It's just Corgi. So real quick, in this chapter, we have kind of 2.5 glitches. One big one kind of free one, and one that's like complete novelty, and we shouldn't go for it, but we will go for it. It's like 2-second time save, and it's like 2 seconds optimally, and it's super hard to do. So the first one's coming up soon. You can do one more, Bubbles.
All right. $20 from Jay Chan saying, Donating because Brothers is an amazing game. Kevin, you're crazy for speedrunning it. This
Yeah,
was my
probably.
favorite game before I found Ori. Hi there, Villagin.
You heard of that one?
I've heard of it once or twice. It's an okay game.
Are you sure he wasn't talking to me?
Don't even. Just don't.
So here's the small glitch, the one that's kind of free. It's a bit tough, but we shouldn't have too much trouble with it. I'm turning the camera here to get a better angle on this. There's an angled wall up ahead here. I'm supposed to boost myself up and then go down this branch and like weigh it down. I'm just not going to do that. Come on now. Free-ish, like I said. There we go. Okay, we got it. So this saves, what, 15 seconds if I get it right away? So that was like 10, probably. So we can skip having to go up and slowly come down and then back up again. And okay, this next one I will start explaining now, I guess. So if you recall spin strats from chapter 1, where you lock up against some edges and you can kind of spin around in place to nudge away from the edge. We're going to do that. And also, we're going to try and subvert the spline system that makes you jump over gaps. So how splines work, how those splines in particular work, is I need to be facing forwards in order for it to trigger. So like one of the 180 degrees that would be forwards as far as the spline is concerned. So there's one spot, two spots kind of on this spline, where for some reason I can like nudge backwards and kind of back up over the spline, and therefore I'll never face it, so I won't jump over the edge. But it's super hard, and I'll need some serious time here. Okay. Oh, please, come on, come on, come on. Go, is he too high up? Oh, I got it, sweet, okay, good.
Wow.
That was actually like a gold split right there, that was amazing. That was unheard of as far as how fast that was. Okay, great. This is the small glitch here. So there's this whole ritual happening. They're trying to sacrifice some girl. We don't know what's happening. But they're using all this blood from the giant battlefield we walked through. And we're do-gooders, so we're going to try and save this girl. I'm supposed to walk across this beam and kind of see the sights and go around down below. But I can do a glitch here that saves, like I said, 2 seconds optimally. So if I struggle at all, we're losing time. And I probably will. But it's funny, so we're going to go for it. Same feel. I gotta use my brother to kind of get off this edge, though. Whoa, that was quick. What the heck? 3 seconds optimally. Actually, 3 seconds. That was so good. So we're gonna save warp here, and now we're down there. That was so sick. Okay, great. And we're gonna pose as their blood god and save the girl. I wanted to set this up before the stream, before my run started, but so since we skipped a checkpoint up top of the right there by dropping down, if I walk up to the checkpoint like this, covered in blood, and then restart the game from the beginning, we will see our young bro mourning the death of his mother, covered in blood. And then our old bro helping his sick dad Muwagan, also covered in blood. It's quite grim, but pretty hilarious. It's actually possible. So where I fell down there, I can fall down with both brothers. It's tough, but you can do it. And I can walk around kind of the top of this arena. And I can even get behind this gate up ahead where the chapter finishes. But unfortunately, we need to, A, be in that kind of on-shoulders state to free the girl, and B, we need the girl to be here for this chapter to finish. So it's not very useful, unfortunately. All you, Bubbles, go for it.
All right, thank you. We've got $200 from Neon Elephant with no message. Thank you very much for the donation, though.
Thanks.
$150 from Toy Soldier 08. Had to donate. Loved the game and never imagined this could be speedrunned. I love the community so far. Beard's hype. Greetings to everybody.
So here, this is Boat here. If you're familiar with GoldenEye speedruns, there's a small strat in GoldenEye where you can start moving during intro cutscenes, and you won't move yet, but you will start accelerating. So when the game gives you control, you kind of fire out of the gate at full speed. So this is similar here. I'm going to get in this boat and then just start rowing as the girl's getting in. And by doing so, we can kind of get a boost off the front. And this section is mostly just a matter of just boating efficiently. But later in this boating section, I'm going to actually turn around. And it's pretty tough because we've got, we're then dealing with reverse controls, right? And then also the camera's trying to look forwards all the time. So we're fighting the camera while also boating backwards. So it's a little bit challenging. We'll see how it goes. And the reason for this will come clear soon. So we got time for one more quick one, Bubbles.
Quick D coming right up. Got $5 from Anonymous saying, great game and super entertaining run. Good luck, Kevin.
Thanks, yo. All right, so up ahead, there's these orcas that can be really annoying. And for a long time, these orcas were just considered to be like the annoying RNG portion of the speedrun. because they jump out of the water at random, and they create ripples that affect your navigation, of course, and they can just outright smash your boat, and sometimes you can't do much about it. So it's pretty rough. And so one day I had the bright idea to just boat backwards because the game spawns them randomly in front of your boat. So you just go backwards and they spawn behind you the entire time. So with the kind of the trade-off of it being harder to navigate, we have for sure just more consistency in this section. It probably would be more optimal just to go forward and hope for the best, but considering we're like, how far into this run so far, it's pretty, I don't know, unsavory to just hope at this point. And it's not that refined, so it's not really worth it yet. Whoa, I didn't touch that. Oh, jeez, I'm sure I would. The collision holes kind of extend out a bit more from the walls than you think, so, yeah. Okay, go ahead, man. It's all you.
All right, we got $10 from Jeff Foster. He's like, hey, Kevin. Hope to see you at PAX West again this year. Going to be running another Towerfall tournament, and always enjoy having you around. Good luck on the run from everyone at the PAX console tournament team.
Thanks, Jeff.
$10 from Jordan Furr saying,
Fair.
oh, it even says in the message, pronounced fair here. Donating for my man Kevin during his first marathon run of Brothers. Good luck to him, and good luck to my Super Meat Boy runners tomorrow.
Yeah, he's the sound guy for Super Meat Boy and many other great indie games.
She's just dragging that boat
Yeah.
Yeah,
by
yeah.
herself.
She's all right.
She's a champion.
Got those gains. What are you doing? Come on.
I thought you were trying to clip into the boat. I'm not going to lie.
If I did, it'd be bad news.
I've seen him spin enough times to know what follows.
I'll stop momentarily and start running again to get away from having to decelerate then accelerate again. And I'll get stuck here if I'm not careful, so please don't get stuck. Good. Okay. And we got time for one more. Bubbles, go for it.
All right, $50 from Skellington. Had to donate during the Brothers run. So happy to see one of my favorite games of the last few years getting some well-deserved attention at SGDQ.
It's amazing.
Donation goes to OTDQ's Choice.
Thanks. So this chapter for a long time was super frustrating to glitch hunt in because there was all these things that resembled glitches elsewhere in the game. That is, things that both brothers can interact with, for example. So if you look at the top right here, there is some turtles chilling back there. There's one, there's two actually. And I can grab them with both brothers. I'm not supposed to be able to, but I can do it. And I can glitch into the wall and stuff, but it doesn't go anywhere. The boat, of course, is both brothers. So get on there, man, what are you doing? But similarly, nothing we've found at least. And up here, there's a two-man saw that we're supposed to cut down a tree to span a gap. But we don't do that. So this is what I finally found. And it was like a lot of time this chapter spent. It's about 40 hours something. But we'll instead use the saw and ignore that tree. And with the running theme, we'll leave her behind. And instead, I'm going to clip into this this kind of saw bench or workbench over here. And if we do it right, it'll be similar to the pipe glitch, but it's way harder, way harder. It involves a frame accurate, or I think at least pretty damn close to a frame accurate grab by the younger brother to get brought up with it. I can do it if I don't get that grab, but it's much more inconsistent, so we'll hope for the best here. Okay, out the grab. Okay, cool. That's the hard part. This is the kind of just cheese it until it works part. Hopefully it's soon. You can see it wants to go, right? Come on, man. You got this. Yeah! Okay. So now we're on top of some... Yeah, thank you. We're on top of some invisible geometry now, and I'm going to dangle my younger brother for a little boost. We call it wall riding. And then now I'm over here. I'm going to find the edge with Obro. You see how I drop down there? So I'm going to find the edge and stay on that edge. I will start sinking once I leave this wall. So I want to try and make this gap and land another wall over here. It's pretty tight, so hopefully I make it. Okay, I think I got it. Again, we're going to boost around this corner. And it's pretty fast. That's great. It's a really good boost. It's really good. And now this is a wall here. We can't see it. We're going to walk into a wall right about now. Nope. Come on, come on. And then I can't go any further, so I need to just beeline it for that canyon over there. And I am sinking still, so this has got to be a straight shot. There is all this geometry is all non-solid. So it's all useless. We'll fall through it and die if we let go. So there is conveniently some like one plane that is solid over here, and so we're currently skipping over like this whole section where we catapult ourselves into this town. We're just not going to do that at all. There's a whole invisible like snow monster in there that we got to avoid and hide from. This should be fine. Just for 1 second. Did we get it? Did we get it? Come on, man. Oh my goodness, let's go. This is so uncooperative. I've never sent, oh, okay, wow. Cool, we're good. that was really scary. I kind of rode that edge for a long time. That's very unusual. So anyways, there's an invisible snow monster we avoid from being detected, and otherwise he'll tear us up and like beat us into the ground and stuff. It's not so good. So I go over here, and using that kind of similar glitch from the prologue where I get underneath the geometry with the dad in the wagon, I'm going to do that here as well to get up on top of this geometry. And it can be a little bit finicky, but got it, cool. And so the whole town kind of horseshoes over that way and comes back to this bridge. We're going to the bridge, and there's some footsteps there. You can see them. That's us, but we're not there right now. If I go underneath the bridge, you'll see me fall down briefly, and I start sinking there. There you go. And I'll walk towards the center of the bridge. I'll pop through in like 2 seconds. And there we are. We're good. So that's the end of the game. Sorry, the chapter, rather. And I need to load the next map, though, so I need to run over here first and touch this. We'll see that kind of jolt. Little hitch there for a second. You see that? And that was the next chapter. Oh, hello. Hello. Thank you. So I can now go to the end of this bridge. There would be a snow monster chasing us right now, but he's not spawned at all, so we're safe. And he will fall through the bridge, though. So here we go. And now she's back. Just, she was always there. No worries. And that's chapter 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't abandon her.
Without that, the few attempts at wolf skip, this is like really good pace, actually.
Yeah?
It's super good.
Yeah.
Nice.
I lost probably about 45 seconds of attempts on those wolf skip bits. So I think my world record has like about that of a failure. So who knows? We'll see. Okay, this girl's bad news, but only an IE realizes it.
She seems nice.
Yeah, at first. And go ahead, Bubbles, please.
All right, we've got one from the Slovakian saying, for Kevin, his beard, and for Don Laundry, who wishes these $5 were 5,000 Grim coins.
It's a joke for Don, obviously.
$100 from Will Arseny saying,
Oh, wow.
what's up, Kevin? So glad this run is finally happening. I'll double my donation if you get Wolf Skip.
I didn't.
A little late on that one.
Yeah, Will actually. So I found the beginnings of that glitch during just showing Will. We saw it actually. We saw the second attempt. I died, but I retained control. So I knew that could happen. I was trying to show Will that result, and instead I got a result where I was like out of bounds in a weird spot I'd never been before. And so I was like, oh, this demands attention. So then fast forward 10 months of science and spreadsheets and stuff, and enter Wolf Skip. So one day.
And we've got $13 from Randall O'Connor saying, Randy O.
Yo.
How can I not donate after the shout out? Hello to Kevin and Vooligan. I'll always remember Kevin sitting down to play our game at a conference.
Yeah, Casual Connect.
And then finishing all 2 hours of the game that existed at that point. Enjoying brothers. Good luck to everyone breaking games.
Thanks, man.
$20 from Quambles saying, hey there, Kevin. Michael W. here, pulling for you back home with the family. Good luck with the skips coming up. Wish I could be on the couch with you guys.
That seems like a really ineffective cocoon.
Just like hand wavy game design. It's fine. It's fine. It's a hamster wheel spiderweb thing. So we gotta knock this girl down with this ball. This section is pretty glitchy, actually, but again, nothing's very useful, unfortunately. I can like be in the air, flying around in the hamster ball thing with naive 4. Okay. And this part's semi-consistent as far as when she kind of hops up and then drops back down again. It's sometimes 5 leg moves, like now-ish. Okay, yeah, it is 5. So it should be 5 for the rest of the run, but who knows? We'll see. And I can jump over, but walking around is faster. And now she's in rough shape, so we'll just do this. Now the back leg. And one more time. What? It's like the sound. Please. Okay. And we're done. All right, good news.
Is this the time when people should not watch for spoilers?
Yeah. That's fine. They knew.
It's fine. Rub some dirt in it.
Rub some web in it, like it's like you have it around you. So for the rest of the game, this is mostly like the natural route. There are some very small time saves, as you've seen through the game so far, but for the most part, it's just like playing the game through. So strap in. Got time for one, Bubbles.
Got a $150 donation from Anonymous saying, "For making this hour run of an unknown game to me so exciting." And $25 from SciQ saying, "Such a serious game, such a comical ripping to shreds of the engine that you're doing here."
Yeah, I sent a tweet apologies to 505 and Starbreeze.
Good
Okay,
luck
so
on
this is
the
a
road.
forced fall. There's like a rare chance, I've seen it, I think twice ever, not myself even, where you can like die during the cutscene where it reveals this tree. So let's hope that doesn't happen. It's like a semi-soft lock, and it's just really annoying to deal with, so hopefully we're good. Okay, should be fine. Okay, so we died. This is annoying. Okay, this kind of still works, so I'm just gonna try. I've died in other cutscenes, and I've gotten through it, so this should be doable. But it's really a pain. So okay, can I get some more game audio, Joey? Thanks, man. It's a long cutscene, so you can go for it, Bubbles.
All right. I love the
Yeah. Oh well.
$25 from Shibuti saying, "Had to donate during Brothers, as me and my twin brother, Blue Fire Mike, look forward to this event all year. Keep up the great work and save the animals." Whenever you need me to shut up, just say it, because I know you don't really have much to look at right now.
I got you.
$150 from Anonymous saying, "Time for my yearly donation. Never seen any Brothers gameplay, but loving the speedrun. You guys always manage to amaze me. The donation goes towards Runner's Choice."
You can stop there. Thanks, man. Up and left for a while. If it works in less than 10 seconds, I don't have to reset. Okay, rip. Okay, we're going again. So Alt F4 in 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Man, that's too bad. So we'll be at the pre-slide. Rip, it's going so well, man.
All right, I got some donations for you.
Yeah, please, thanks, man.
$20 from Zosees. Kevin's homegirl here. Oh, Zoe.
Oh, Zoe, yeah. Hey, Zoe.
Kevin is the greatest, and he has the best beard at SGDQ, hands down. Shout out also to Power Up Audio for all their hard work behind the scenes. Also, Save the Animals. $50 from Miriam Pilgrim. And shoutouts from Montreal, Kevin. Brothers is a very important game for me, and I'm really glad to see you running it this summer. Sending you love. Keep being awesome.
Thanks, Miriam.
I was waiting for a while with my donation this year, but now it's definitely the time. I've seen quite a lot of speedrunning, but OTDQ, you are blowing my mind in real time.
It's a weird game.
And we have a $500 donation from
Thanks.
David Redden. Hey, Kevin, I think you're great, and I rate you 15 brothers out of 2. Glad to see a friend and a fellow dev on stage at GDQ. Keep up the great run, and you nailed the wolf skip perfectly first time in my heart.
Thanks a lot.
Donation to Runner's Choice.
Okay, now we're good. Man. Yeah, sorry about that. That's too bad.
So did you actually die in a cutscene last time?
Yeah, so I think what can happen is like your collision components, like I was saying before, it kind of dislodges from, or it detaches from your model, and the model does a cutscene thing, but your collision just like keeps going. And I think there's a wall that's supposed to stop it, but I think you can like get past it if it's just a weird angle. So I don't know. Yeah, it's really annoying, but
Good.
oh well. So this is not a world record now, by the way.
No,
This is not a record.
not so much. It is in my heart.
Oh, thanks, man. So this is the tree. This is the big destination we're going to the whole time. We gotta get up top and get some medicine for our dad, and Naya's in rough shape, so we're gonna go alone. You missed that last time. That's what's happening. So this was the navigation I was trying blind. And it would have, I assume it would have set right here with the fade happening, so, oh well. And Bubbles, you can go for it, man, for a few more.
I'd love to, because we are really close to $300,000 being raised.
Yeah, okay.
And to get us there, we need some more donations like this. $700 from
Okay.
Anonymous. Guess what he said? Nothing. No message.
Small time save here. There's another rail. I go into bounce mode. I can turn around briefly and avoid walking slowly. Saves in like 2-3 seconds tops. Yeah, fun. Go for it.
All right, $100 from Bob saying, "Hey SGDQ."
Hey, Bob.
Hey.
$100 from Will Larceny saying, "Sup again, Kevin." Donation got read after Wolf Skip, so here's 100 more anyway.
Oh, thanks, man.
Just glad Corpse Skip never worked out.
Spoilers, man. Jeez.
$60 from Anonymous saying, "Good luck to the runners. I'm looking forward to the Chrono Trigger run. Here's $60 to name Ayla Iga after the classic Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode." And one more here, $25 from Adam J saying, "It's not every day that someone you went to school with ends up on GDQ, running such an incredible and unique game
Oh,
to
Adam.
boot.
Holy.
Best of luck."
Hey, man. Yeah, it's been like grade 11 or something. And you might as well stop for a second, Bubbles. Sorry, chat. So it is my firmly held belief that this is the best game of all time, and it's because it does something that no other game has had the opportunity to do so far in like the history of game development. And if you haven't played this game, it's too bad, because like the big moment later in the game, it's something that I'm going to do right away because it's a speed run. But it took me about 15 minutes to get it to like figure out what to do. And I love watching like blind runs on Twitch of people playing the game, because you can like relive that moment, and it's so special and important to like the history of game development and just games like kind of as an interactive medium. So right now, my left hand is now dead, and I have been playing two hands the entire time, and this is the only game, to my knowledge, where the narrative and the controls are so like it's the connective tissue, right? So now my left hand's just like resting on my lap, and it's the strangest thing. But this is now a dead hand. It's a pretty big deal. And now we're burying him. So, donations?
Sounds good. $25 saying, "Hey Kevin, Bulb's mom from Long Island." And $50 from Amayomi saying, "Brothers is one of my few favorite games that's ever made me cry. Now it's making me laugh thanks to the repeated airwalking." Thanks to everyone making this event happen. This donation goes towards the Majora's Mask glitch exhibition.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks to Bulb's mom as well. Yeah, I put a lot of time. I played probably 400 hours this game that most people play 5 of max and walk away from forever. And so it was not my proudest moment to be like trying to glitch my dead brother into a wall. But I went for it. Yeah. There are some small time saves here you can do, like optimize your movement towards these dirt piles. I failed it the first time, actually. It was better that time. You can kind of meander a bit and not go directly to it. So you can lose some time there, but there you can go again, man.
All right, $10 from Twilla, 27253, saying, "I've been watching GDQ before, during, and now after successfully completing my game development education at SMU Guildhall and entering the industry.
Cool.
Major thanks to all the hard work Kevin and Power Up Audio have put in over these years." $20 from Anonymous saying, "I was quite surprised to see a member of Power Up Audio doing a speedrun during this year's SGDQ. Thank you and your team for working hard throughout this event, ensuring that the audio works well. Also, I wasn't expecting Brothers to make it to a GDQ, but I'm glad this game is being run. I hope it goes well."
Thanks a lot. Yeah, audio works well usually. And if not, we try and solve it fast, you know?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Huge appreciation towards all the Power Up Audio guys this whole event. Every GDQ, every SGDQ, they're here to help out. And the runners from behind the scenes, we just always walk up, thank them so much. And it's great that Kevin can participate here and show his work. We have $25 from Nels Anderson,
Oh, hey, what's up?
saying, "Vancouver Indie Dev. Love for Kevin and Power Up."
He was the designer on Firewatch.
Oh.
Good guy.
$50 from Yodenko, saying, "I'm glad Brothers made it to SGDQ. Enjoying SGDQ for years now. Keep up the awesome work. Shout out to OTDQ. Good luck with the Bulbs."
Yodenko was kind of the one guy who was also doing world record attempts when I was doing some glitch hunting and stuff. Mr. Ganondorf as well was great, and like Uber Donut helped out a bit, and Taka Shuffle, and Yeah, it's like a pretty good, like, tight scene, and it's nice when it's kind of nice having a small community because you know everyone, right? But anyways.
$20 from Anonymous saying, "Go Kevin." From a fellow game audio slacker, this goes to Runner's Choice.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
$150 from Jin2 with no message, but thank you very much. $50 from Potato Mutt saying, "First time seeing GDQ. Just speed ran the Peachtree 10K for a PR, and I'm feeling the love. Announcer's choice, anything but kill/save the animals." $50 from Lancelot Rajan, or just Docsip. Thank you everyone at SGDQ for another amazing week, and thank you everyone at Doctors Without Borders for making the world a better place. Love from France. And $55 from Drezeb saying, "Hello everyone, always happy when these events come, and it's for a great cause, so why not donate? I hope you gather even more money than the AGDQ 2017. Good luck and have fun, and save the animals. P.S. Shout out to Zelords who might be watching."
So this section coming up here is the second last part of the game, 111. That's about right. And this is that moment I was talking about. And if you haven't turned it off already, I assume you've already played the game or you don't care. So I'm going to go ahead and say this. So basically, we have had a dead brother for just long enough to forget that we once had a left hand on the controller. I'm just like doing this right now, right? And we have one final challenge here, well, a couple final challenges. And the big one is crossing this span of water. And of course, throughout the entire experience so far, we've had our brother to rely upon, and we can lean on him for some support. But he is no longer here. So we're forced to deal with this water. And it's really common to watch new players play it, and they'll just wander around this area. It's a small beach, and it's small by design to make sure that it's like, no, you have all you need. And there's no raft or anything like that. And all the answer is just hold left trigger. And it's like the craziest puzzle, because you have four buttons in the whole game. It's like 2 sticks and 2 triggers, and that's all you have to deal with, but you just forget that's a thing. So you call upon the memory of your brother and draw courage from that and use that to swim. So now right trigger's gone, and our Nai here grew up too fast, and he's now using right stick and left trigger. It's like completely bonkers, insanely good game design. It's amazing. Yeah, I was an absolute mess when I figured it out. And here we go. Yeah, like it's probably the best moment in game development history. It's amazing. So, anyways, it's kind of nice as well. From a speed game perspective, it's kind of poetic that you still need to do the end as intended. Like there's no faster way to do this part. You just need to deal with the fact that you deal with the loss of your brother and get to the end. And it's not fun, but I mean, neither was this, right? So. We got time for a few more in this last cutscene here, Bubbles.
Got $10 from Bulbs Couldn't Make It. Saying, "Go Kevin."
Yeah, she could not.
Much love to Power Up Audio, to Kevin, Cole Vertebrae, Joey Goodhard, and Jeff Tang-Socketed. I hope I said that right. For helping support this fantastic cause. You guys are the best. Cheers.
Cheers.
$50 from Soul Dead Shot saying, "I've been watching a couple years now, and this is the first time my wife is sitting in the seat next to me watching. I showed her the incentive list, and she demanded I donate to save the animals. She says, why would you even consider letting the animals die?"
It's a common perspective, yeah.
Makes sense. $25 from Anonymous saying, "I love watching GDQ speedruns on YouTube, and this is my first time tuning in live to the event. Totally awesome way to raise money and destroy a ton of amazing games. Good luck to all the runners.
We have about 1 minute left in the entire run. So I guess I'll say thanks to everyone who threw their donations in, for dev or otherwise. It's been great. And thanks to my very helpful supporting couch here.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Our pleasure.
Did a whole lot.
And I guess, of course, thanks to GDQ for having me. I'm happy to be here with Power Up Audio, but like it's been pretty cool to be able to support and kind of offer my skills in other ways too. You know, it's why we got involved in the first place.
We're very happy to have you.
Yes. Agreed.
Time coming up. It's like the second last slat on this bridge. And time. $116 makes sense. That's cool. That went kind of as expected, so I'm happy.
Was 116 what you